Welcome to another Monster Hunter Top 10 video. This time we are looking at the top 10 reasons to be excited about the upcoming and final title update in Iceborne. Without any further ado, let's get down to the list. Firstly, we know Capcom love to celebrate seasonal events, and this time they have introduced yet another seasonal event. The fun Fright Fest, centered around horror theme. As per the usual, we can expect the gathering hub to be decorated, and new outfits for NPCs as well as the handler. But what we are most interested in is the gear that we as players get. Our Palico gets an amazing Frankenstein's monster costume that comes with an equally cool weapon. Whilst our players get a Dracula-style outfit that will be available as layered and as an armor. Kugi gets probably the best outfit yet with this cool floating ghost outfit. Another cool feature in this update is the addition to fight other elders in the fort arena where we repelled Velkhana. This will make other elders relevant again and give us more content to do. With tools like the Dragon Razor and ballistic cannons available, fights will be interesting. We have no idea how Capcom have implemented these fights, but I hope they add additional aspects to make it more engaging. If we recall in the Velkhana fight, the NPCs got involved. I wonder if that will return in these fights too. We should also be expecting some unique rewards from these fights as an incentive to complete them, which is also great to look forward to. Next up is something we could have done with earlier, but I'm glad we will finally get. A fix for the clutch claw. Now, it was never really broken, but a lot of people had issue with how it was implemented. Specifically, that light weapons had to use 2 clutch attack to soften spots whilst heavy weapons could not get slingers. With this final update, a new skill will be added that will allow heavy weapons to drop slinger ammo, and light weapons to tenderize spots with a single attack. How it will be added we don't know exactly, but I assume as a new decoration, and maybe also available in a charm. We will have to just wait and see until then. If we look at the roadmap Capcom provided, we can see the addition of Arch-Tempered Velkhana. This is super exciting as we can expect another difficult and rewarding fight to come. Hopefully, we will get more Arch-Tempered monsters further down the line. In regards to Arch-Tempered Velkhana, we will hopefully see a revamped fight with new moves. It might take a similar route to Frostfang with the use of the new ice that freezes players' movement. This will be punishing because we know how hard Arch-Tempered monsters can hit. Nonetheless, it will hopefully provide an armor that is actually useful, unlike Arch-Tempered Namiya. If Velkhana is not the final Arch-Tempered monster, I wonder which monster will be. Maybe Arch-Tempered Lunar Nergigante. As soon as we laid our eyes on the awesome Master Rank armors on the release of Iceborne, I'm sure many of us were dying to wear them in our collection of fashion sets. Well, now we can finally make it happen, when Master Rank layered armors finally become available this October. We don't know the exact details of how these Master Rank layered armors will be obtained, but we can assume Guiding Lands materials to be important. This is because the high rank layered armors heavily revolved around using materials from the Guiding Lands, from monsters and the environment. Now, when it comes to the storytelling aspect of Monster Hunter World, it hasn't been amazing. But since Endgame the storyline has picked up to be much better, and it will be really interesting to see how this final update wraps things up. Will they just create a new storyline centered around Fatalis or continue what they have developed so far from the arrival of Elytraean? Regardless of what happens, we will finally learn about some of the lore behind Fatalis, the guild and even the old world. No doubt there will be some awesome cutscenes that Capcom have put together to create a really awesome atmosphere around this finale. The story is summarized to be that the guild learns of a possible appearance of Fatalis, so they embark on a large-scale operation to prepare for its invasion. They send a representative to request help from the Research Commission, more specifically the 5th Fleet, as it has the best hunters. From what we can gather, the fight will happen back in the old world as we can see the ship sailing back towards the old world. In the developer diary we also got info that the storyline will also introduce a new character, as well as explore the origin behind an existing character. Similar to the previous point about storyline, this is good because we are finally getting some character development. The new character will be the General, and he is a high-ranking official in the guild that will appear in Astera. We don't really know a lot about this new character, but I hope they do a good job on that. Likewise, we will get to finally learn about the Ace Cadet, or as we now know him, the Excitable Alistair. Now, having never played the previous games, it won't mean much to me, but for those who have played Monster Hunter 4 will no doubt remember some things about him. From the cutscenes we saw, we can definitely tell he will be a central character in this new plotline. I wonder how his backstory connects to Fatalis, or why he is really important now. Just as with previous updates, we are expecting yet another new map in this one too. It is none other than the iconic Castle Schrade, famous for the battles with Fatalis. Now rendered in world graphics, it has never looked better. The stunning visuals show it to be quite large, with lots of space to fight. And hopefully with even more areas that are not yet shown. Players that have faced Fatalis before, will know that the area comes equipped with cannons, ballistas and even a Dragonator. The fact that we get such equipment for this fight, we can expect it to be tough. How important the Dragonator will be to fight Fatalis remains to be seen, but it will be cool knowing it is available for us to use. It is obvious what the most exciting thing will be about this final update. Of course, the fight itself with the legendary Black Dragon himself, Fatalis. Reimagined in world graphics, it looks more amazing than ever before, and if that is anything to go by, we can expect the fight to be equally spectacular. Having said that, we can also expect the fight to be extremely difficult, even more so than Elytraean, who received a mixed reception on its release. There are so many questions on how the fight will be executed, or if we will even get to kill Fatalis at all. I know in older games you could repel it, although you could also kill it. Will Fatalis have an ultimate attack, and if so, will it be just as insane as Elytraean's, or if fans will even like it? Capcom are keeping quite tight-lipped on this fight, but I hope it will be a fight that the fans can get behind and enjoy as well as be challenged. They have been using the DPS check style mechanic a few times in these boss fights, so I hope they use something different in this new fight. Also, I hope they maybe raise the master rank requirements on this quest to just allow it to be more SOS friendly. Now, you all probably know that this channel has some amazing monster fights, but can you imagine if Fatalis were to feature in one of them? If everything goes well with this update, it would be a dream to put Fatalis up against other iconic monsters. There are so many possibilities and dream combinations, so let's hope it can happen. The big question now remains, who will you be rooting for? Unfortunately, I can't make any promises if any of it will happen, it all really depends on Capcom. Though, you can rest assured if it is possible we will make it happen, and we hope you stick around to see a possible Black Dragon versus Black Dragon standoff.